you know. That alone is, from a larger point of view, from a wider point of view, from a, one could say, a coherent point of view, then that is not everything. That is not everything, meaning that there is more to it. And the fact that we are able to live, we are able to breathe and so on, is actually more than that. It's actually the care. It's actually the love that one gains from birth, that one receives, as I said, from one's parents or elders. I think one can ask a brilliant and great scientist. If Albert Einstein was here, one could ask him. I'm sure he would tell it no different. That is care, is compassion that important? Does it play that large of a role in one's life? I think if all of us, if we calm down, meaning in the form of meditative attitude, with awareness, without compassion, is it? That is the largest force, that's one of the strongest force. And so this is now what we are, this is what we have to discover from time to time. We might feel that, yes, having gone through now the various formalities, formalities in terms of, general education when we grow up, and then as one graduates, as one goes through the various degrees of learning and so on, and then of course through spirituality, particularly that of the Buddhism or Buddha Dharma. Many formalities we have gone through, and somehow we feel that now there is nothing much to discover in a way, that we have discovered already. Sometimes to a point where when somebody talks about refuge, we feel that, oh yes, I know that, like as they said, the back of my hand, But nevertheless, personally, I find it very, very beneficial every now and then to reflect, to take a bit of time, in an informal way. Could be while having a cup of coffee, or tea and scones, whatnot. And to simply reflect. To finish a cup of tea won't take that long, normally. How long will it take? If one takes time. Not more than 5 minutes, that long. And that's, I think, how much of a time that requires to begin with, I think. During that time, then just simply, in a very relaxed approach, manner, then try to reflect, try to discover this again. Just how crucial, just how important this practice of compassion is. And the answer will be right there, without having someone to tell you that, it is like this and like that. Of course, every now and again, there is a necessity of someone reminding. But beside that, we ourselves know what to do. As long as our mind is not disturbed by emotions, basically in Sanskrit known as klesha and karma. Yes? If one is not disturbed or disrupted by that, our mind is very clear. It's perfect, actually. So perfect that as long as we calm ourselves down and think, or one could say meditate, the answer becomes very, very clear. And it might seem boring just to do that, you know. Why not have a very sort of, quiet time and enjoy the tea or coffee quietly. But I think if you do it this way, I think it'll be a meaningful cup of coffee, a meaningful cup of tea. And this kind of boring or lazy type of approach would contribute a lot in our spiritual progress. That doesn't mean that we put aside our formal practices, of course. It's just an addition. And if you do that, then not only we will make good use of the conditions that we have right now. Yeah? Earlier today, there was a meeting where where it shows actually basically each and every one of your timeless effort and energy. The spiritual environments that you all have created. And job well done. Well, that's, when I look at that, from my own point of view, when I look at that, it's a sign, a proof of having really utilized your time and energy in the right way, yes? Making the best use of it. Not because you have created, built houses and roads and bridges and so on. But all three, intention, and then the whole act, the whole activity, and then the dedication that you put in there, all those three, I see it as a sign of that. Having formed that many spiritual environments, centers, or meditation rooms, homes basically. I think that's the right word, home. Because the way you have built it is very much in a form of home, yeah? Where all of you try to find a way to bridge the two, spirituality and real life, So, therefore, I think